Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey to check out a 2022 Kia EV6 Wind all-wheel drive in gravity blue. Let's dig in. All right, the front end of the car, the first thing you see is that tiger nose grille underneath the Kia badge, which is obviously simulated due to the fact that this is an electric car. We have LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, and LED turn signals. We have some functionality in the grille on the bottom to be able to cool those liquid lithium-ion batteries. Overall, a really nice look on the front end of this EV6. All right, wheel and tire setup on this EV6. We have a gloss black wheel with silver accents. We have it wrapped in 235 55 series sidewall 19s. These all-season tires. This is, like I said, all-wheel drive. Same tire package on each wheel. All right, here's the full side view of this EV6. This gravity blue is a really nice color on this car. I like the body lines. I like the futuristic design that Kia brought to EV6. I think it looks really, really good. As we move in closer, the wheel wells are painted black, which plays off nicely against the gravity blue. We have gloss black on the side view mirrors, LED turn signals. There's our 360 view camera. We are color matched on the front and rear door handles. Up top, color matched on the shark fin antenna. And this particular EV6 does not have a sunroof. All right, rear end of the car. We have that nice roof spoiler coming up the top. There is no rear wiper on this car at all. We have all LED headlights, LED lighting on the back of the car, which includes the tail lights, the brake lights, and the directionals. As we move on down, we have a nice gloss black design around the license plate, and then some more flat black design on the bottom. And of course, being electric, we don't have an exhaust. All right, opening the charge port door for the EV6. We just push it in and it automatically opens. And this is where you go ahead and charge. Now, Kia has said on a DC fast charger, since this has the 800 volt architecture in it, 10% up to 80% charge in 18 minutes. Right, on a level 2 charger at home, right, it's going to take a few hours. So my recommendation is, if you do have that level 2 charger at home, bring it home, set it to charge overnight while you're sleeping, and in the morning when you wake up and you go to use the car, it'll be fully charged, no problem. This particular all-wheel drive in the EV6 means you have 2 motors. One to drive the front wheels, one to drive the back wheels. So with the 2 motors, we have 320 horsepower, 446 pound-feet of torque, estimated range 275 miles to a full charge. MPGEs on this car, 116 in the city, 94 on the highway, 105 combined. All right, when you pop the hood on the EV6, there is no engine, obviously, but you do have this front-mounted storage area, which is pretty darn small. You can fit the charger, maybe a pad of paper, some pens, pencils. Can't fit a bag in here. This is not good enough. These frunks on some of the competition are much larger, and this is not enough. Here in the EV6. All right, we are inside the 2022 EV6 Wind all-wheel drive, and before we get started with the interior, you're going to want to know how much this costs. Well, the way this one is optioned with the all-wheel drive, MSRP $54,855. Let's check out the interior. All right, the footbox, a huge dead pedal, nice size brake and accelerator. We have the all-season floor mats. Let's say EV6 on them, which is nice. We have power seats in the EV6 for the driver and front passenger with lumbar, very nice. We have black vegan leather or fake leather with white cross stitch, nice headrests, nice bolstering, not too tight, very nice design on both seats, looks good. All right, the door panel, we have soft touch material up top, that brushed aluminum finish around the door handle. The driver's side has 2 memory seats. We have flat black along the switchgear. We have a nice soft armrest, and as you can see in that speaker down below, this does have the upgraded Meridian sound system. Dash is this recycled material. This is made from recycled plastic bottles, as well as most of this interior, but it's got that kind of strange fabric-y feel even though it's plastic. We have the nice design across the dash for your vents, for heat and air vents, and then down below we have the opening to the glove box, which is nice and large. All right, the navigation system, we have this 12.3-inch Kia infotainment system with navigation, wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto, the dual panel action like we see in the 10.5-inch unit, which I like, which is nice. Get all sorts of different information, right? You can make it bigger or pinch to zoom out or zoom in. Nice and easy. We have the menu. You can go in, you can find out what the range of the car is, how far you can drive before you run out of juice, nearby information, points of interest if you would like, or if you want it to display charging stations, it'll do that. You can go into the setup, and now you can configure the vehicle how you would like to your user profile, connecting your phone via Bluetooth and all that other good stuff. So that's all right here, very easy to use and very, very nice. As we come down, we have 2 heat and air vents. Sorry, air conditioning's on, it's hot out. The 4-way hazards. Sorry if you're hearing the wind. Now we have our LCD panel down here, which when it is on the up arrow is highlighted, you have your controls for the infotainment system. Right here, that's your favorites. The star is always your favorites, where you can program in what you want on your favorites. And then you have your radio, media, setup, map and nav, and all that other good stuff. If you hit the fan, then it turns it into the dual climate control. So that is what they call haptic feedback. Some people like it, some people don't. Seems all right to me. Down on the center console, we have ventilated and heated seats, 3 stages each for the driver and the front passenger, plus a heated steering wheel. Very, very nice. Here's our start-stop button for that, and here is our dial to go through the drive modes, which are reverse, neutral, and drive in this 1-speed transmission. Down below, we have the rear view camera, auto brake hold, take off the parking assist, and then you have your wireless charging pad right here. And then inside the center console, we have a good sized place to store items. All right, rear parking camera. If we put this in reverse, we have a nice display here for the rear view camera. As you can see, very clear, nice trajectory with the 360 view on the right side. And you can also go in here and take a look around your EV6, which is pretty cool, by doing that spin around with the camera. And then you can also go and take a look at other camera angles as well. So it's a very, very nice system, the way they have that set up. The Kia key fob, here's your detonator style key fob. Lock, unlock, open the trunk, panic button. Then you have remote start, and then you have these 2 buttons, which will allow you to move the car out of a tight parking space without you being in the car, so you can get in it. And this one is to back up the car on its own into a tight parking space if that's what you want to do. So that's kind of a nice feature on this EV6. All right, below the center console down by your feet, you have 2 USBs And then you have another USB and a 12 volt plus another storage compartment underneath the center console between the passenger and the driver. So they got you. All right, here's our Kia steering wheel. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel, fake leather, I should say. Nice 10 and 2 notches, the Kia badge. Nothing else going on the horn button. We have gloss black here on the controls on the left, which is going to be your safety suite information and cruise control. As over here on the right side, you're going to have your telephone and voice commands. There are paddles right here and right here, and they're not to go through transmission gears. They're here for you to put on the level of regen braking that you would like. So if you want to do one pedal driving, you would put on the max setting of regen braking, and then as soon as you take your foot off the power pedal, then the car automatically comes to a stop on its own. If you want to drive it like a normal car with like you would with your gas and brake pedal, then you would just put the level of regen braking at 1 or 0, and then that will allow you to drive it with 2 pedals in order to go or stop. So that's what those are for. On our stalks here, we have our headlight controls here, and over here we have our windshield wiper controls, and down on the left you can brighten or dim the dash. This is to open up the charge port. This is to open up the rear tailgate. Traction control off. Now we have our other 12.3-inch display right in front of the driver for all of your driving metrics. Right now it's set on the lane keep assist. That's why you see this picture of this EV6 in the middle of the road in the center, but you can also switch that. You can also go through your drive modes, which is on the bottom left of the wheel, and right we have sport, and things change on the dash a bit, and then we can go to eco, they change again. We can go to normal, they change again. So it's a kind of a cool idea to do that, and you can also go through a lot more information as well, and it's also going to show you on the left your miles per hour, and then how many miles you have left until you are out of charge. All right, we are in the back of the EV6 Wind all-wheel drive, and again, we have plenty of room in the back for backseat passengers. 5'11", plenty of headroom, plenty of knee room, plenty of shoulder width room. Seat is set for my driving position. The rear door panels are the same as the front, except up here, hard black plastic on top. Then we have our brushed aluminum on the door handle and our flat black on the switchgear with a nice soft armrest. All right, back of the center console for rear seat passengers, there's nothing here. All right, this is a blank panel here, which I'm assuming for the higher level trims, you're going to see your heated and ventilated rear seats. But here in the Wind, you have no heated, no ventilated seats in the back. I think that's a mistake. I think at this price point of almost $55,000, you need to have at least heated seats in the rear passenger area. We do have connectivity, USBs right in the back of the front seats for both rear seat passengers, and then you have your heat and air vents. Instead of being in the center, they are on each door pillar, B pillar, for the rear seat passenger, which is a nice touch to get them out of the way. And then there's a pretty tight back seat pocket for the passenger behind the driver and passenger behind the front passenger. And then our armrest coming down, nice and soft, 2 cup holders right here. And if you move that back, instead you can have an area to store stuff. So it's dual purpose, very nice. All right, rear cargo area, you can open it up from the dashboard or from the key fob, or you can come back here, and right underneath here, just on top of the license plate, there's a button. You push that, it starts beeping, and up it goes. Electric assist on the way up, electric assist on the way down, and we have a nice large area right here for storage. We have the all-weather EV6 mats, and underneath here we have the tire repair kit, no spare, and then the rear seats will fold down by pulling this lever, and and that seat folds flat, and the lever on the right, and the right seat folds flat. And now we have a much larger space for those larger items, and nice height from floor to the ceiling for those really large items. Nice job on the storage, but all Kias seem to have plenty of great usable space. Here is the window sticker, so you can take a look of everything that's inside this EV6 Wind. Now let's take her out on the road. Before we get going on the road, one thing I did want to show you is when you signal, you get the side view cameras on the side view mirrors. They give you a look at your blind spot to make sure you're not going to hit anybody when you turn, and that works on both sides, so that's a very, very nice touch. All right, we are out here driving this EV6 Wind all-wheel drive, and I have taken all the regen off because I want to get the true feel of driving a car, and I don't want to do the one-pedal driving. Not used to it, so I'm going to stick with the standard drive it like a car. And we got her in sport mode, and so we're going to see what this 320 horsepower is going to do once we get on the road where we can test it out. But before we get there, nice smooth drive out of these all-season radials, no problems there. Nice steering. There is really no feedback coming through the steering wheel, so it's fairly numb, but it's very direct. I have plenty of visibility out of the windshield. The rear view mirror is nice and large. Side view mirror is very nice with the blind spot monitoring, which I like, but very little as far as blind spots in this particular EV6. So I like that. And I love this big, huge digital dash that just blends right in with the infotainment system. I think it looks really cool, and the way it lights up red in sport mode is also pretty neat when you're going down the road. So we're going to see if we can get away from this construction area and try to get on a road that'll let us test this out from a dead stop. The thing about electric cars is you don't have to wait for the engines to engine torque to kick in to get this thing moving down the road, or waiting, if it's a turbocharged engine, waiting for the turbos to spool up to get all that torque moving you down the road. In an electric car, the torque is available from 0 miles an hour. So you step on the power pedal, gas pedal if you'd like, and you're going to get max horsepower, max torque right away. And so that's why they're so much faster than gas-powered cars off the line. So we have more telephone pole work going on. All right. So, but overall, you know, it's a nice package. You know, electric cars are not cheap. You know, the average price of an electric car on the market today is now up to $67,000. So it makes a $55,000 car like this one seem cheap, but it's not. It's still really expensive. You know, the average gas-powered car is right around 43, 44, 45,000. So EVs are a lot more money right out of the box. Now you do get the tax credit. Of course, that tax credit has been changed up with that new bill that just passed in Congress and signed by the president. So that $7,500 tax credit is gonzo if it is a sedan that's over $55,000. So you got to be careful now with what you're buying, because the tax credits have changed. I'd check into that more fully if you're interested in EV, so you don't get a nasty surprise. but we're going to slow down a little bit. I can't slow all the way down, and then we're going to hit it. So we're coming down, we're at 25, and whoa, yeah! That is some serious action with all that torque and horsepower right away. Woo! That's all right. So this thing will move really well. And this is only 320 horses. You know, Kia just announced the EV6 GT, which is going to be 576 horses. So this will seem like nothing compared to that one, and it probably seems like nothing compared to, you know, a Model S Tesla at 1,000 horsepower. So, but this has got plenty to get you up and moving down the road. No doubt about it. I have nobody in front of me. Nice stop, nice and smooth. We're down to 0. Hit it again. Woo! All-wheel drive. It's all grip. No slipping of the tires at all. So all the power is going to the ground with the all-wheel drive. Very nice. Very nicely done. You know, that's the fun of an electric car. You don't have to wait for the engine to rev up to get you going. It gets you going from the get-go, and leaves everybody else in the dust until you get up to your speed that you're limited to in an EV, and then you wind up losing out. But in a quarter mile, tough to beat an EV in a quarter mile drag race. But that's where we are with the EV6. Again, this is still the 2022 model. 2023s, I'm assuming, will be coming out in the coming months for EV6 as Kia is rolling out its 2023 lineup slowly. But I did want to get in this 22 EV6 to give you guys an idea of what this EV6 Wind all-wheel drive is all about. Let me know what you think. Are you looking at an electric car? Are you completely opposed to an electric car? If you are looking at an electric car, what are you looking at? What are some of the competitors that you're looking at against EV6? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you're sticking with gas, which kind of gas-powered car you're going to stick with. Put that in the comments below. I want to thank Ciocca Kia in Ewing, New Jersey, providing access to this car for the video today, especially Frank the Car Ninja for hooking me up. I want to thank all of you for watching. It's much appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see you guys on the rebound. Take care, everyone.